everyone, welcome back to Team Engzine. Today we are here to discuss about an interesting topic, digital literacy.
And to make this
He has also been an editor in Interdisciplinary Dialogues, an anthology of 26 articles.
he has also received an award for the best teacher in arts from the St.Joseph's College, Trichy.
It's such a privilege to have him with us today. We welcome you, sir. Could you please define and differentiate literacy from digital literacy, sir?
Yes, definitely. Literacy in its traditional sense refers to the ability to read and write effectively. This literacy involves understanding, interpreting and creating written text to communicate ideas, gather informations and engage in social interaction. At its core, literacy is about acquiring the foundational skills that enable individuals competently in a society that relies on a written language. However, digital literacy, on the other hand, extends beyond traditional reading and writing skills. This digital literacy encompasses the ability to navigate, create and evaluate information and using digital technologies. This digital literacy involves being adept at using digital tools such as computers, smartphones, technological gadgets and the internet, while also critically analyzing online content, collaborating through digital platforms, protecting privacy and maintaining ethical standards in digital spaces. And that is what I find a difference between literacy and digital literacy.
That was a great explanation, sir. Sir, what are the key differences between literacy and digital literacy?
Yeah, when you ask about the differences, I can make the differences with two things. One is medium and then another one is through scope. When it comes to medium, literacy primarily refers to proficiency with print-based text. However, digital literacy involves engaging with digital platforms, multimedia content and electronic text. When it comes to scope, the difference of scope, literacy focuses on reading and writing skills. However, digital literacy covers a wide range of competencies including technical skills, online communication, critical thinking and digital problem solving and many. So that is what I found as a difference between digital literacy and literacy.
Yes, sir, I can clearly understand the difference. Can you explain what is digital literacy and why it has become so important in today's academic and professional world, sir?
Okay, the importance of digital literacy. Digital literacy is not just about knowing how to use a technology or a smartphone or a gadget. It's about understanding how to engage critically with digital platforms, the tools and the information that are available in digital platform. In today's world where almost every field relies on technology, I hope you all accept with me. So being digitally literate means you can navigate the amount of information that we have, access its credibility and use it effectively. Whether you are researching for an academic project or collaborating on a professional project, digital literacy is now an essential as the traditional literacy.
That was really helpful to know the importance of the digital literacy, sir. And moving on to the next question, how does digital literacy differ from other computer skills and what are the key components should students focus on improving the digital literacy?
Okay, the components of digital literacy. Basic computer skills might help you to operate a device or a technological gadgets that you are using now. But digital literacy takes it a step further, not just using the gadgets. It is about interpreting, creating and communicating through digital means like understanding the data that is available in digital literacy and collaborating online, protecting your privacy and being a responsible digital citizen are the key components of digital literacy. For students, the focus should be on improving critical thinking, research skills and ethical online behavior. Essentially, it is about mastering both the tools and the mindset to thrive in a digital environment. So, this is what I feel as a key components of having digital literacy.
Yes, sir. I clearly understand about digital literacy. Sir, in your experience, how has the lack of digital literacy affected the students in their studies and future career?
Okay, so you are asking from my experience.
Yes, sir.
From my experience, if I want to make it very honest answer, the absence of digital literacy can be a significant roadblock to the students of contemporary generation, especially the Gen Z. I have seen students struggle with research and even searching for materials for their exams, unable to discern credible sources from misinformation. In the academic realm, in your college, you might have seen students lacking digital literacy can hinder opportunities, whether it is collaborating with the other colleges, other college students, or simply adapting to new tools. In many ways, it is like showing up to a job interview without knowing the language that is spoken at the interview. So that is how the negative of digital literacy without having digital literacy.
Yes, sir. As you mentioned earlier, digital literacy is very important, sir. So, for students who are not confident in their communication skills, what digital tools can they use to enhance their communication skills, especially in English, sir?
Okay, so enhancing the communication skills and
Yes, sir.
especially English. Digital literacy opens the door to a global communication. Think about it. When a student can have access to any blogs, forums, podcasts and social media platforms where you can see English is the dominant language, not the other regional language which I am speaking of. So, not only does this expose them to a real time communication or conversation, so that they have the space to make their communication in real time usage, but it also encourages them to practice writing, reading and even speaking in a ways that are authentic and relevant. Tools like Grammarly or any language app that you take are great, but engaging more in real time will help the students redefine their skills, especially communication in English. So, I feel digital literacy helps them a lot in engaging them with real time communication.
Thank you, sir. Now, I personally got some ideas to enhance my language skills, and with more digital tools available, do you really think students are making this technology for their learning purpose?
This is a nuanced question, I would say. While it is true that some students might learn on technology, lean on technology often as a crutch, I think it's more about how they use it. Look, again I am saying it is not about having a mobile in your hand, but it is about how you use the mobile and the digital gadgets that you possess. If students approach tech with curiosity and critical thought, it can absolutely enhance problem solving and for their creative purpose. So, these digital tools like databases or any AI driven platforms, nowadays you can see so many AI platforms that give students access to a wealth of information, but it is the questioning mind that I would say, that digitally literate mind. You need to question everything. Just because you Google everything and you are getting things does not mean it is true. So, you need to have the questioning mind with you even if you are using digital technologies. And I believe that will make sense of hence why I am in India. So, technology these kind of platforms, online platforms have democratized learning, while in marketing, social media analytics are the key to successful campaigns. You have seen so many revolutionary things are happening in Western world because of digital media platforms. So, in almost every field, those who can harness digital tools are ahead of the others. For students, I would highly recommend this means being adaptable and prepared for careers where digital fluency is not just about a bonus, it is a baseline expectation of every employability things.
Sir, as you said, there are many digital platforms which help students, but we find many students who are not still confident with their digital skills. What are the advices you would give to them to improve their digital skills, sir?
Advices? I don't think students are ready to accept my advices. Anyhow, since you have asked, let me try to give my lesson from my experience. I request the students to start with a small step. Look, begin by familiarizing yourself with tools that you are already using. Don't try to make yourself engage with something new and go for premium package things. Whether it is a Google Documents or any kind of media platforms or even your email, then challenge yourself to explore something new. Join an online course, include yourself into Twitter Spaces, Clubhouse, where so many meetings are happening. Just get into there and listen, and engage in discussions on forums, or even start a blog. But starting blog is not an important thing. Consistency is the key. And remember, learning tech is like learning a new language. You get better the more you practice.
Sir, I believe the advices you gave would help students. Moving on to the next question. So, how can these universities and educators play a major role in fostering digital literacy, and how can they better help students in these areas, sir?
Okay. So, when it comes to academic institutions or universities, or I believe are central to building digital literacy, from offering workshop on digital research methods to embedding tech skills into curriculum in their syllabus, educators can create environment where students are encouraged to explore digital tools critically. It is not just about providing access to technology. It is not just about having a language lab or having a computer labs and so on. But you need to provide them the access to make use of the technology. It is about teaching students how to navigate the digital world responsibly and effectively.
That was a great explanation, sir. Sir, in your opinion, how can students use digital platforms to enhance their English skills?
Okay. So, English skills, whether it is listening, speaking, reading or writing, developing your language skills using digital platforms is through engaging yourself with these platforms. It is a fantastic way to build language confidence. Look, again, writing blogs or contributing to online discussions or even recording short videos as we are doing now can improve fluency. Not only these kind of things, there are applications, digital applications like Duolingo, HelloTalk, Clubhouse, Memorize. There are so many apps that are available, but using English in real life scenarios like posting something on a LinkedIn or even commenting on YouTube, that is where the magic happens, because you in real time try to engage with the conversation instead of just looking at the other speaking and so. So, these platforms encourage you to think on your feet and articulate your ideas more clearly, and that's, I believe, is a better way to develop your language skills.
So, when we get to know something new, there could be many misconceptions. So, have you come across any myths and misconceptions particularly students have about their digital literacy?
Misconceptions, definitely, I would say, I would agree with you. But more than a misconception, among our students we have a myth like digital literacy is all about coding, or whoever is tech savvy, those who are called as digital literacy. That is what the common myth is among the students. That is not the case. Digital literacy is about using technology wisely, whether that is a fact checking source or learning how to collaborate online. Another misconception that I would say is that because they grow up with smartphones, especially the Gen Z students who born with mobile phones, who grow up digitally, they believe that they are very literate at digital space. That is not the case. Just having an iPhone doesn't mean you are digitally literate. Just doesn't you are having a YouTube channel or you are having so many accounts on all digital platforms doesn't mean you are digitally literate. Look, they grew up with smartphones, they already think they are digitally literate. But then to overcome these kind of misconception, as you have asked, or a myth, I would say, they need to approach tech with humility and curiosity, and knowing there is always more to learn. It is not an end, we still have more to learn in digital space, and that is what I believe a big misconception that our students have about digital literacy.
Sir, as you mentioned earlier, many students think that they are already literate in digital skills. So, how would you challenge them to think beyond the basics and become actually digital literate, sir?
Okay, so you want me to question them?
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you the questions which I would like to put forth them to them. Can you discern the fact from fiction online? That's the first question. And I like to ask them that the second question is, can you collaborate on a project across borders instead of just going with your friends, with your neighbors, across the borders using digital tools? Is it possible? And the third would be, can you present a complex idea through a digital platform? You have been telling about your gossips, rumors and your ideas to your friends and things, but can you able to put forth your complex ideas through digital platforms like YouTube or Instagram Reels and so on, so to a wider audience? Is it possible? So if you can do all these, I would say you are a true digital literate. So true digital literacy goes beyond knowing how to post on social media. It's not just about posting on social media, it's about using these tools to communicate, innovate and solve problems. That would I say as a digital literacy.
Yes, sir. The questions you asked also made me think about it. Can you share any success stories of students who used this digital literacy and got benefited as a result, sir?
Okay, so using this digital literacy got benefited, absolutely. I've seen students of my own college, of my neighbors or peers who started off hesitant. Initially they were hesitant, but after using digital tools and ended up leading online projects, creating portfolios or even launching startups, I would say. To the best example I would say is you. Even you were a bit hesitant when we are approaching you for this podcast, but now we are into it. So one student in particular I would say mastered online research methods and used those skills to land a job in digital marketing, and it's all because of the digital literacy that he had. And it's been inspiring to see how just little confidence in using digital tools can open so many doors for the students, especially to employability things.
Sir, your success stories inspired me to improve my digital skills, sir. So what are the few digital tools the students must be aware of in next few years, sir?
So you need to, when you take, especially after the post-pandemic period, AI-driven platforms and augmented realities, especially in learning, and blockchain for credential verification are some of the trends of the horizon. And students should focus on being adaptable and continuously learning. The best way to prepare, you have asked, is right. Stay curious and keep experimenting with new tools. Remember, digital literacy is not static, it evolves and so must be.
Thank you for your advice, sir. Sir, how do you see digital literacy evolving and what are the new challenges or opportunities the students might face as they enter the workspace?
Digital literacy will likely become even more specialized with industry, with education sectors, and from any sector you take, specific tools are emerging in all the industries. One challenge that I would say the students might face is that the rapid pace of technological change. You might have used a different OS and Android few years back, now the version are different. So the change is inevitable in technical world. It can be hard to keep up, but it is also the opportunity for us to go for new things. Those who are adaptable and embrace lifelong learning will always have an edge in workspace. So they have to be ready for the change. That would I say.
Coming to the end of the session, what advice you would like to give the students who just want to improve their digital literacy but lacks where to begin?
Again an advice. Right, so I would say the students, not as an advice but to take it as an encouraging way. I just want them to start by breaking it down into manageable steps. Don't need to worry about technology or the digital space has to be controlled only through iPhones or other some costliest gadgets. Even with the simple gadgets you can do. Focus on one tool, one platform at a time and gradually build your skills. Look, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Every misstep is a part of learning process. And remember, digital literacy is not a destination, it is a journey, and I would suggest the students as well as you to enjoy the ride of digital literacy. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable time and sharing your thought-provoking insight with us. It really helped us to know more about digital literacy, sir.
Thank you, Ma. It's my pleasure being with you.
And I believe now we all got to know more about digital literacy and how it helps to enhance our communication skills. Thanks for joining in this. Until we are back again with another interesting topic, this is Sunitha and
Geanshia, signing off.
bye everyone.